By the way,
Right.
just before we come on air, I got a Twitter message from Glenn Helder, who used to play for Arsenal.
Oh yeah, nice,
Oh,
nice.
They before the match, they had like old footage of when he played for Arsenal, and because the match was shown live, and
Yeah,
I put that out on Twitter, and
yeah.
he just got back to me. I was saying thanks a lot. So it was nice to tell him, in his own language as well. It was nice to tell him that that I'm originally from England, but I've been living here for many years,
Mm.
and I think it might be a bit cheeky to put in an interview request, but you never know your luck, do you?
you never know. If you don't ask, you don't get, sort of that thing, isn't it?
100%.
One step at a time.
Yeah. Well, right, guys, we're back, and it's a bit of a special. This one it's a European review to the Premier League one, and we're through. We're in another second semi-final in as many years.
Yeah.
Knocked out one of our competitions, so to speak, to get to win this tournament. And I say, without being light-hearted at the same time, a bit easy to what I was expecting, especially in the second leg. I was expecting the Napoli to come out and go for our throats, and what I can see, they didn't really do that. There's no their threat of Insigne didn't do nothing in either leg. And also I'm joined by James and Lewis. James, what are your thoughts?
Well, delighted that we're through. I didn't expect us to win tonight in Naples. I thought it was going to be a draw, but I thought it was a real tough performance. I thought we played well. I think it shows maturity, really. I think losing in Borisov, losing in Brittany, and then going to Naples and winning. That shows that we're learning from our mistakes. And it's just as you say, second semi-final in as many years. I just hope that we can go at least one better now. We appear to be a lot more tactically a lot more flexible. You saw with Emery tonight, the way he set us up with the formation and the decisions that he made. Valencia up next, and they're unbeaten, I believe, in 2 months. So they are they're really riding the crest of a wave. A few familiar faces will be back to the Emirates in terms of Coquelin and Paulista, Gabriel.
Yeah.
I just saw before we came on there that Coquelin's booked and not eligible to play the first match.
Oh, okay.
But I think with the second leg being in Spain, you've got we've seen almost in every single round how away goals have proved decisive. Like once again for Frankfurt tonight, Frankfurt have gone through on away goals. So we've got the advantage of going to Spain in the second leg and hopefully scoring an away goal and hopefully reaching the final. It would be our first final in 13 years in European sense.
Yeah.
And it would be it's a tremendous opportunity to win our first European trophy in a quarter of a century. You think how it's such a long time for a club of our stature, and a fantastic opportunity. I was very young when we won in 1994, but I still remember it as if it was yesterday. But for the next generation, this is a tremendous opportunity. And I know that lot down the road have also reached the semi-final of the Champions League, but I think the team of the city where I call home, I think they'll put pay to them. But we can only concentrate on what we do. But a tremendous win tonight. Everyone should be pleased. But Valencia, I know they struggled at the start of the season where the white handkerchiefs were out for the manager. They were out for his blood, and they've just turned the key now where they just keep winning and winning and winning. It's a decent Valencia squad, but they are beatable. And we can yet another good result in Italy tonight in Naples. And fingers crossed for the semi-finals.
And Lewis, what are your thoughts over the two legs and obviously us getting through?
When the draw came out, I thought, it was always going to be tough. But then when we actually played the first game, Arsenal really surprised me. But then when you look at our home form, it isn't. We dug in deep. We wanted it more. You could see how much we wanted it today, and we've learned a lot. Like James is.
I think we've lost Lewis dead. While we're waiting to see if we can get him back, James, what are your thoughts on Ajax and their progression to the semi-final for Champions League?
Well,
When everyone wrote them off as well again.
yeah, well, the whole city is just riding a crest of a wave. Really, you got to remember as well, Ryan. This team came through the qualifiers. I was at the first European home match at home to Sturm Graz back end of last summer now, and the first 10 minutes of that game was a little bit shaky. You didn't really think didn't know how it was going to go, and yeah, they've done the whole city proud. They've done themselves proud, and it's just such a strong group of players led by a 19-year-old captain. I mean, De Ligt, he gave one of his interviews in English and people were like, oh my God, this is amazing. But he does
so mature for his age. So mature.
He does this domestically every single week. And he's just he's a once in a generation type player. And I know there's a lot of people that keep saying, oh, the deal to Barca is done. He's off to Barcelona. He will assess all the options he gets. He will not, he's not going to go to Barcelona just because De Jong is going to Barcelona. He will do what's right for him. But the nucleus of that team as well, Tadic is given it a different dimension. Frenkie de Jong, Ziyech, Tagliafico, and Erik ten Hag as well, the manager. He used to be assistant manager at PSV many years ago. Had Utrecht playing some tremendous football, so managed the reserve team of Bayern Munich. And it's just a real coming together of a real nucleus. And with the second leg being in Amsterdam, I think that will give them the advantage. And fingers crossed they can go on to reach the final. Lewis is back, yay!
Don't ask me what the hell happened there.
Just before we go back to Lewis and what you were saying before, this Ajax, they've knocked out the defending champions of Europe. They've then knocked out Juventus when everyone wrote them off yesterday.
Yeah.
And again, Tottenham fans are now writing Ajax off straight away. And they're just beating two of the biggest teams in Europe at the moment. And you think you're going to walk along and go, hi, into a final.
And also, they held their own at home and away to Bayern Munich when they should have beaten them at home. They led 3-2 in the closing stages, and I was at the
group stage. Yeah,
I was also at the home match against Benfica where they were very lucky to win 1-0, but over the course of the 90 minutes, it was just about justified. So you got Bayern Munich, Benfica, Juventus, Real Madrid, and obviously now Tottenham. It's going to pose a different threat. The only thing that I worry about is a potential semi-final or a final. You see with the Europa League final against Manchester United in 2017, all the hard work was done. And then when it's right at the last, they kind of just went into their shell a little bit. But I just think with home advantage in the second leg, it's a great team. It's a team which respects everybody's position. There's no I want to score tonight. There's no the defense, midfield, and the attackers. They all work in unison. They all work together. They've scored 155 goals this year. Wow. 155 goals. But there have been matches. For example, I was at the Fortuna Sittard home match at the beginning of March, when they was 2-0 up, and it looked as if it was going to remain 2-0, and then they went up a gear, and all of a sudden goals come in quick succession. But you've got in between, they were beaten in the derby against Feyenoord 6-2 in Rotterdam, so they do have their moments. But this is these players are still very, very young, Ryan, but this is a once in a career opportunity for them now, not just to play a Champions League final, but to win a Champions League final. And I just think they've all got their feet on the ground. De Ligt is a captain as well. Whoever gets to sign him next is very, very lucky indeed, because Liverpool fans talk about Van Dijk. As far as I'm concerned, he's already better than Van Dijk, but that's just my personal opinion. And he's still only 19 years of age.
And I've got to agree from what I've seen. Yeah, I've got to agree. He's mature for 19. The way he talks and comes across for someone of his age is so mature, and You wouldn't think he's 19. You'd think
You
he's
wouldn't,
in.
but even in the way he speaks, I mean, like the interview he did with English media, where everyone is sat
Yeah.
up and took notice. He does this every week. He does this, and I've stated on the Football Annual podcast and Dutch football podcast I've done that even many months ago, you wouldn't think here as just a player of 19. You think that must be an experienced professional speaking, but no, he's tremendous, and whoever gets his signature in the next club will be very lucky. Lewis is back again. Are you here to stay?
I don't know what's going on with my internet. I don't know if it's my connection or what, but yeah. No, because last week, you know the green telephone box that we have out here for the telephone lines.
Yeah.
Someone had driven into it, knocking out every single line. So all the broadband was down. They've only just recently fixed it.
Goodness.
So it might be something to do with that, where the broadband's trying to find the right connection speed and stuff like that. So I do apologise, people.
Well, good to have you back. As you were saying, you were talking about the Napoli Arsenal game.
You gone again?
No.
Oh. Lewis. Oh. Well, while I was waiting for Lewis to come back, standout players. Lacazette, that goal stay.
What a hit! That was a tremendous. But I tweeted out as well. We don't seem to score as often enough as what we should from direct free kicks, and it's great to see one like that go in. I mean, I thought the keeper misjudged it a little bit, but tremendous. And I thought Mkhitaryan, when he came on, I thought he had quite a decent cameo. And Maitland-Niles again. You know, I remember watching him in the Ren game at home. You know, where he's fist pumping every time he's getting the ball and giving a decent pass. But very a good team performance. I thought Koscielny as well in terms of leadership.
Koscielny, wow. Yeah. For someone that had such a big injury when he came back and everything. Yeah. The fact he's given these sort of performances as well at his age, with as we all know, the lack of Achilles that he has left. Yeah. It is amazing what we're getting out of him. And fair play to him as well.
I think we still need I mean, there's three more games between now and winning our first European trophy for 25 years. But it would really give us a tremendous boost. It really would, you know, because when you think about it, Ryan, as well, all our competitors, they've all won in Europe. We have.
Yep. Well, apart from one.
Well, you know, but in terms, generalising.
Yeah.
You know, Liverpool have won in Europe. United have won in Europe. Chelsea have won in Europe. It's about time that we win in Europe too, you know. And we lost UEFA Cup final in 2000, Champions League final in 2006. We have a poor record in European finals, and it's got to be set straight. I mean, I know people talking about Chelsea. I stated on this podcast and also on Cannon Fodder with Alex that I believe Frankfurt will reach the final, and I'm sticking to it.
It looks like they were like 4-2 down at the beginning of the night, and they've turned it round.
Yeah, at home again. I mean, they wouldn't have knocked out. They had a good performance at home to Inter. They absolutely blitzed the group with Marseille and Lazio. I mean, they're two difficult away days, and I think they won. I think they won every single game in their group, and they've got tremendous width. And Jetalo Willems, who used to play for PSV, plays for them, and they've got Sebastian Haller as well, who's played for Utrecht here in the Netherlands. And it's a real good mix there. And as I said on this podcast as well, Ryan, in this competition, there are always teams that reach the final, which nobody expects. And this year, I think it's going to be Frankfurt.
Yeah. Well, look at it, even looking back in Champions League, what was it, the 2010 season, Inter Milan?
Yeah.
And by Munich, with all respect, because they were on a downcline at that time. They both got to the final, no one expected them to. Yeah. It does happen. Villarreal 2006.
Yeah, semi-final. Lyon in 2010. You know, it does happen. I think people like to pigeonhole and say, "Oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen," but
Moment last year.
European football, it doesn't work. Salzburg, even last year,
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that. And we've got a tremendous opportunity to really win this competition and to push on. I can understand the clamour for the Champions League. I really can, but wouldn't it be brilliant to go into the Champions League under Emery, having won in Europe already?
Yeah.
If we do that, we'll be taken a lot more seriously. We'll be able to attract better players, and if we win this competition before going into a Champions League, we'll have a better campaign in the Champions League next year as well. In my opinion,
Definitely, and then it sort of rights the wrongs of last year as well, because it's like the player. Because as I keep saying on this channel, Emery, majority of this squad is from the previous regime.
Yeah.
Apart from 5 players, no, this is sort of righting the wrongs of last year. They made mistakes. They're now learning from their mistakes via a new manager, but they're still learning from their mistakes. And I think over these 2 legs, we've seen the massive learning curve they've taken. As you look at as you said, we all know last year with Atletico, home leg, 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, one moment of misjudgment, and all of a sudden we're on the back foot and a tie that we didn't expect to be on at that stage of the first leg, because we were so much control. We gave the impetus to Atletico, and in the second leg, even though we knew what we had to do, they couldn't really implement it, and they sort of already gave up, sort of.
Yeah, we've inside the first 15 minutes, and that's the thing that upset me the most, because I had a ticket for the final, so I knew I was going to the final regardless, and it was like one of these things where you think, hang on, you know, I was a little bit too young to make the final in Copenhagen in 2000. 2006, obviously, I was living here, and it wasn't really. I didn't really have the opportunity. Obviously, living in Amsterdam and in the Champions League final, coming out of the sky, you know, you can't do it all, can you? And no. I thought to myself, I've got an opportunity here as a fan to witness history. And then when I was watching that first 15 minutes, I was speechless. But Valencia away is going to be difficult. You know, they're unbeaten in 2 months. I beat Real Madrid recently. They're in the Copa del Rey final. Paulista's playing out of his skin. They've got good players. They've got a manager who led Villarreal to the semi-final in 2016, I believe. The year where Liverpool beat the final. And Marcelino. But as I say, he was. They wanted him out in December. They were waving the white handkerchiefs and saying, "Oh, we want you to leave. We want you to leave." And they've just all of a sudden the wheel is turned, and they look really good. And as I say, we've got to win the home. This is a prime opportunity.
The home leg count.
Yeah, win it. Don't draw it. Win it. Even if you win by 2-1, fine. But you know, it's to be 3 games away from our first European trophy in 25 years would be. Is quite something, you know, and I mean, I often stated on the when speaking to Arsenal Fan TV, going back for European games this season, you know, the only European home game I missed this season from Amsterdam was Karabag, but in December I went to the West, and I kept saying every single time about the opportunity that this presents itself, and we've got it now. But people mustn't think, oh, it's just Valencia. They're a dangerous team. And the second leg is away. Yeah. I mean, older viewers will know about the Champions League quarter-final in 2001, where we won at home, and we lost in Spain, and we went out, and they went on to reach the final. So, you know, the Mestalla is a difficult place to go, but hopefully we can do it.
And that year, if we'd gotten through that quarter-final, we'd have played Leeds in the semis, and then Bayern Munich in the final.
Yeah. But that was a fantastic Valencia side with the likes of
fantastic. Jonathan Carew,
Canizales, Baraja. That was a real fantastic Valencia side. I mean, they reached the final the year before as well, you know, under Hector Cooper, and so it's a big club. I mean, I know Atletico have made inroads to become the third team in Spain, if you like, in recent years. But before Simeone turned up at Atletico, it was always Valencia that was number 3. It was always Real Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, and now it's very much Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, and obviously Bilbao and Valencia, and big teams. Valencia also they're a big club as well. They've reached European finals, or as I said, in the Copa del Rey final, and I give them half a chance against Barcelona as well. And we've got to learn the lessons from the Atletico Madrid draw last April, where we only drew, try to win the game, and then try to get that away goal to send us to Baku.
But definitely, and also if we do win this competition, you would have been right, because you called it at the beginning of the season. We would win a trophy this year.
Yeah. Well, it'd be one. I think
the European trophy makes it even sweeter.
Oh, wonderful! I mean, it's the one I wanted. I mean, we were never gonna win the league in Emery's first season.
Yeah.
FA Cup, yes, would have been wonderful, but a quarter of a century. I mean, you think what life was like 25 years ago in comparison to now. It shows you how times have changed. And one thing that annoyed me, I mean, I'll always respect the opinion of every single Gooner, Ryan, but the thing that annoyed me the most is when you've got people saying, no, we should prioritise top 4 instead of the Europa League. What, you don't want to win a European trophy then? You don't want to. Yeah. I'm damn sure Sevilla fans that have won 5 Europa Leagues are not moaning by saying, "Oh, this is rubbish. It's not the Champions League." They're basking in the glow of the generation of success that they're actually having or have had recently, and it will be a tremendous debut season for Emery to cap it in that way. I've been saying we should go all out for it now. I hope that if we do get to the final, that it is Frankfurt, because then it gives the aura of a European final.
Yeah, definitely.
To set Arsenal, Chelsea, the distance is not too much. Was it 45 minutes on the tube? And then so if it is Arsenal, Chelsea, you're having Arsenal and Chelsea fans that are 45 minutes away from each other on a London tube, going all the way to Azerbaijan to play a European final.
Yeah, with 2 to 3 different routes of transportation to even get there.
Yeah,
I
think the main one is you would fly to Russia, and then you would that's 3 hours, and then you would fly to Azerbaijan. I mean, I can understand UEFA wanting to give everybody a chance, but there's also visa issues in Azerbaijan, and also the pattern upon which they choose it. I mean, last year's final was in Lyon. I was fortunate enough to be there. Lyon's a lovely city, really, really nice. Only 1.5 hours flight from Amsterdam, so I was quite lucky with that. And then next year's final is in Gdansk in Poland.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's only 2 hours away. But in my case, I can get to America quicker than what I can do Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
That tells you enough, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's where, in my case, you would go to Schiphol and you would fly to New York in 6 hours and 55 minutes direct, and then in the case of Azerbaijan, you would first fly to Moscow and then you'd have to fly on to Baku. But I will be giving the semi-final home leg and the final a miss, unfortunately, due to commitments here in the Netherlands. But I'll be watching on TV both legs, of course, and hopefully the final. And fingers crossed we can make it.
Well, obviously, I had to miss last week's match, the first leg, because my sister's birthday. I've explained it before here. Yeah. But obviously, this first leg of the semi-final, hopefully I'll be able to get a ticket for that. But the final, there's no way.
No,
I'll stay at home, be safe.
Yeah, and but also, I was thinking about this today, Ryan. There's only so many Arsenal fans that will be able to get a ticket inside the stadium. Think of how many Arsenal fans there are around the world. Not every single one of them can go to the stadium. And I may be wrong on this, But I was looking today at the information for the final, and according to Google, I don't know if this is just premature or completely wrong or completely wide off the mark, but apparently, according to I was looking at Google, the kickoff time is midday.
What, their time or our time?
Your time, and 1 o'clock my time. But I don't know if that's true. When I looked it up, it said because obviously we're an hour ahead here.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up today, it said the finals on May the 29th at 1300, which is 1 o'clock local time here, and the Netherlands is 1 hour in front. I don't think that's been. I don't know if that's been ratified. I don't know if it's just something.
Wouldn't surprise me anyway.
But that, you imagine such a midday on a
On
Wednesday.
on Wednesday as well. Yeah, midweek.
Watch it in your lunch hour. But as I say, I don't. I mean, I can only go on what I read today.
Yeah,
I think more information will come out. I mean, I was just looking in a geek kind of sense, about
Yeah, I was looking at it, sort of playing you.
Yeah, I mean, they had like the semi-finals will take place at 9 o'clock local time here, which is 8 o'clock your time.
8 o'clock our time, yeah.
And then it said for the final, it said 1300, and I was like, no, that can't be right. But as I say, we'll just have to wait and see. I have that week off, so I will be able to watch come what may. But yeah, fingers crossed that when that does get released, that it's not midday, because
you'd hope not, especially if one of Arsenal or Chelsea were to get to the final. Hopefully, on our side, Arsenal get to the final. Yeah. The global outreach itself, you'd think their heads would be on. Oh, if we do it, we push it back to a certain type of reasonable time for everyone to see it.
Yeah, I'm just looking again, and the little update is Arsenal Valencia. Okay.
Because obviously now, also while you're doing that, whilst we've gone through tonight, our away game against Leicester was meant to be on a Monday night, is now going to be pushed back to a Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, the day before now.
Okay. I'm just trying to see. Can you see that? Where are we? Can you see that?
Just looking now. Yeah, I can see it. Yep.
You see the time?
Oh my days! Yeah.
But yeah. I don't. As I say, I don't know how. If it's been ratified.
You bring up a bit to the bit higher. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Goodness. But as you say, we'll just have to keep an eye on it and see how it goes.
Oh, that would be bizarre, to be honest. Again, for a final as well.
Yeah, it would feel. I'm not trying to be funny.
Weird.
It would feel like one of those pre-season friendlies.
Yeah.
That's what it would. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Ryan, it's been a pleasure tonight. I'm back on for the first time in a while due to
personal reasons.
Commitments here in the Netherlands. I hope to be on again soon before the end of the season. Hopefully previewing the Arsenal Valencia or Valencia Arsenal. It's been great fun.
Yeah.
And I shall catch up with you again soon.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for giving me some of your time, because as I know what you're doing over there, how busy you are, work and everything. So I appreciate your time. And Joe, we'll going to do something like this again for the next round, hopefully. But obviously we can chat more offline, sort that out.
Yeah, no problem. We'll take it. We'll take it, as I say, doing the stuff
week by week, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for example, being on Cannon Fodder, obviously Alex came to the Netherlands as well. The times were a little bit earlier, so I could judge it a little bit. But obviously tonight I'm at home after the match, so why not come on for half an hour? But it's been a pleasure, and I shall catch up with you soon.
Yeah, no worries, James. Thanks again.
Take it easy. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye. And yeah, that's it basically. This is always going to be shorter review show this tonight because of not only time over in Holland for James, it's also time over here as well. And the only reason I couldn't I didn't want to do this tomorrow because it's a bank holiday, and not only did I not want to do it the bank holiday, I didn't see it to be fair that other people take time out of their lives with their families to come on for X amount of time to do this. So this is the best opportunity I want to do this. So this, as I said, best opportunity to do it was straight after the game. I don't know what's happened with Lewis per se. He had to be gone. He had to go out around 10:30 to do something. But obviously his Wi-Fi is playing up. Once I know his Wi-Fi is on the internet or what is working properly again, I'll get him back on again, hopefully before the season's out. And yeah, I'm trying to think now. My next review will be the Palace review, which will be on. I'm trying to think now. Oh, this will be hard because it's back holiday weekend and I can't because I'm at the game on Sunday, and obviously Easter Sunday. Not going to be doing a review there because it might be Tuesday at some point. Because again, on normal case, it would be either Sunday evening or like the evening of the game, or the result, or the following day. But because it's bank holiday weekend, I'm not going to do a show on Sunday or Monday because it's not fair on anyone else. Any guests that I would ask to come on, for them to do that. It's their own time. It's bank holiday, spend time with their families and my family and this, that, and the other. So yeah, it'll be Tuesday. It may be a daytime one. I don't know yet. I have more idea Saturday evening. And once I do know, once I've decided what time I'll be doing on Tuesday, and I let the guests know and they're confirmed back it's okay, I will be putting up on my Twitter account. I'll be putting, after I finish this, putting down mine, Lewis's and James's social Twitter accounts and the links in the description below for about 10 minutes. So if you haven't followed us already, give us a follow, especially James as well, because not only does he, if you're new, you don't know, you haven't been on this, watched this channel before, James is a journalist, and yeah, does interviews of ex-players and current players, and from all over European football, not just like not just top flight, lower leagues, name it. He recently, a couple of weeks ago, had an interview with a former Arsenal player, Sebastian Larsson. So I'll be finding a link for that, and I'll also put that in the link below, in the description below as well. So you can give that a read. And yeah, for that, thanks for the people that are watching now live. To 4 people that are watching. Thanks for the like as well. Don't forget to, if you haven't already, subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss any other shows. You get all that. And smash the like button. Don't forget to share this about as well. Not just the video, the channel. The more people that come across and see this. Subscribe, and the more subscribers I get, the more likes I get as well. Makes it better for me because I know that people are already liking what I'm doing. And come, as I've said in previous shows as well, come next season, the show that I'm providing and everything and what I provide on this channel will be a lot better in the sense of, well, for example, the lighting. I am working it. I've slightly consulted it, but not to the extent I want it to be, because obviously, yeah. But I'll be sorting that out during the summer, so that next season that won't be an issue. And yeah. And also, as I said before, I'm talking to other Arsenal fans and an ex-player that I've met recently I know I've met in person, and then we follow each other on social media and chat privately. I'm hoping to try and get him on this season, but obviously his work schedule, and also he's part of another podcast as well. So it's all working around him. It's all got to be worked around when he's available. So I think the most likely would be the season review, which, as it stands, will be, assuming we got to the Europa League final and won it, will be the day, within the 24 hours after that final. That'll be having a seasonal review with hopefully, if he's available, him and a few other fans that have been on during the season as well. And obviously, if James is available, him being one of them. A bit like my number wise, when it comes to numbers of guests for review, a bit like my numbers in the season preview for this season. Like the season preview, I had like 5 to 6 guests on the show, because it was obviously preview to the season, optimism, new manager, this, that, and the other. And it'd be great to get the same amount of fans and you name it back on end of the season, and we sort of not just review the season, give our thoughts on the season in general as a whole, and see where Unai Emery and the players have either met expectations of myself or the other fans or the ex-players, or they've over-exceeded to an extent, considering where we were this time last year. Like, but I'm going to wrap up now, because I'm not going to waffle on otherwise. So again, thanks for watching. If you're watching this back, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any other shows. And once I put the social medias in down below, follow us all on that. And as I said, Saturday I'll be confirming what time and who will be on my show on Tuesday for the Crystal Palace review. And until then, keep the faith and up the Arsenal.